Woo. It's the prank room. Ooh. Time to run. Time to run. Time to take a shortcut. Yeah. Just the enemies. Why are you running? Why are you running? Me? 'Cause I don't feel like dying today, sir. Ah. Seems whenever I start trying to hide, that's when my eyes just decide to water up. Okay. And nope. Yes. Oh yeah, it takes like a full like 3-second animation. I hate it too. I've been like chased by Bendy before and had to try and find one of the spots, and he was like right behind me too. Okay. Where was that one like saving point? I want to say it was somewhere here. There we are. Saved.
Time for this.
Now I don't have to worry about if I accidentally log out or something. Okay. Search the vault. But now I don't want to. Yeah, I definitely don't want to. Oh, I thought that was gonna be super for a second. I was about to be excited. Oh, a box.
Looks like whatever was here was taken long ago.
You left me to fall.
It pays to carry a rope. You should try.
Okay.
Look.
I wish I had a
know where
rope,
we have to
but
go,
like...
But it's not gonna be pleasant. The Ink Demon has something that we need. I'm going after him.
You want to go to his lair? Are you crazy?
Kinda.
That's death.
That's where the trail
I probably
seems
will
to
die.
lead.
Well, it's probably close by.
Uh,
Probably through that door. But I'll need 3 gears, a crowbar, some kind of counterbalance.
that's where he comes in place and just like, haha,
Well, that
well,
works too. I guess.
I'll take it. I don't like you because you tried to make me starve, but like... I'll give you some leeway because you opened the door for me without me having to go do some, like, absurd side quest again. For the 18th time in a row. Ugh. Okay, I'll go ahead and go in first, even though you probably have more muscle than I do. Deja vu, I have been in this place before. Okay, so they are following me. And in single file line too.
Quiet. Don't make any noise.
Ooh. Good question. I don't know. I do not like you, sir. This seems like more of an animation than anything, but I don't feel like testing that theory. Huh. Does that mean he's like a T-Rex where if I just stand still I'll be okay? Oh. Hi. I love how they're like, don't make a sound, and you just hear like several clanks and clatters from them walking behind me. Thank you for this obvious sign that tells me death.
Wow. I've never seen this before.
It's probably because you might have died before you
I
even
don't
got
see
here.
any way around. Nothing to build a raft with.
We'll have to wade across.
We can't.
Oh
We're
no.
not like you, Henry. If we go in there, well, a drop of water in the ocean is rarely seen again.
And I guess it's all up to me. And I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Nice.
I don't even know why this is all happening to me.
You're here for a reason, Henry. There's always a reason.
Yeah, I got called here by a
Even when you
friend
can't
and I thought,
understand
why
it.
not?
It's time.
For what?
Set us free.
Oh, okay. Because you said that, Alice, I'm gonna say no because of the fact that the other Alice made me feel bad by trying to kill me and
They could have at least
succeeded
given
in
me a
killing Boris. Wait, they didn't give me a weapon? Wait, why is it so far? It didn't seem like that far from last time. Why is it super far now? Oh. Well. The distance does not seem like how much I walked. Because, like, you just see them all the way back there, but it only took me, like, 10 seconds to walk over here. Yeah, just perspective, I guess. I still remember my name. Ooh. Oof. Oh. Oh. I guess this is the 1,000 doors thing. Gonna take that as a yep. Am I missing something? Oh. The obvious handle that says open door. I strongly dislike that, considering the fact that it also loaded.
It's simply awe-inspiring what one can accomplish with their own hands. A lump of clay can turn to meaning if you strangle it with enough enthusiasm. Look what we've built. We created life itself, Henry. Not just on a silver screen, but in the hearts of those we entertain with our fancy moving pictures. But when the tickets stopped selling, when the next big thing came along, only the monsters remained. Shadows of the past. But you can save them, Henry. You can peel it all away. You see, there's only one thing Bendy has never known. He was there
Love.
in the beginning. But he's never seen the end.
The end.
Hi, how's it going, Bendy? Now he actually looks more like a demon. What am I supposed to do? Ooh. That's what I'm guessing too. Woo! I think I found out. Oh. Yeah. Woo! Sounds like he has a pattern that he goes by. Crap. Pull the lever. Please tell me it's saved me pulling the lever. So I pulled that lever, so now there should be another lever for me to pull. Woo! Okay, so I can hug a wall and I'll be fine. Ah. So basically, if I hug a wall, I should also be fine. Whether that actually is the case or not is another thing entirely, but... Okay, so there's one right there. And I'm guessing it's gonna be over here because I barely went over here. Woo! Come on. Come on. Woo! I just see this charging ink demon coming at me. I'm like, you know what? I'm just tempting fate again and again. Woo! Okay, now I need to find that last lever. At least I'm guessing it's the last lever. Where is it? Okay, I guess. That was the right direction. Huh. I thought I accidentally just randomly walked into the wrong area, but I guess I was wrong. Who's laughing now? I'm gonna say nobody. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! I guess I was right in it, trying to get him to do that. Woo! Oh! Break the glass, please. I said break the glass! Eee. Oh boy. Come on. Okay, last one, last one, last one. Hey? Did it work? Am I still alive? Why is everything dark? Oh, I guess it was the ink. Got it. What am I supposed to do now? Door. Got it. The end. Woo! Hello, buddy. Yeah, hey, woo, I guess. I'm even more confused now than I was before. That's what I'm guessing too. Imagine if Bendy's just in the kitchen cooking breakfast. He's like, hey bud, how's it going?
Henry, so soon.
I wasn't that far off.
Now you're just trying to impress me. But I know. You have questions. You always do. The only important question is this. Who are we, Henry?
I don't know. You tell me that.
I knew who I was. But the success starved me. Nothing left but lines on the page. In the end, we followed two different roads of our own making. You, a lovely family. Me, a crooked empire. And my road burned. I let our creations become my life. The truth is, you were always so good at pushing, old friend. Pushing me to do the right thing. You should have pushed a little harder. Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
Does that mean Henry is also as old as him or something?
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
That was really good. Oh, so there's more to the end. Good. I was about to be like... Congratulations on your success. Your best pal, Henry Stein. Oh, okay. Okay. So was that supposed to be like a lead up to another game or something? Or was that just supposed to be explaining that he was... Okay. She said, tell me another one, Uncle Joey. This is a really good game. This would probably be my first horror game that I've actually played. And since I haven't played this at all or had any prior knowledge to it except for like merchandise and stuff like that, this was really surprising. I really liked the game. I also kind of want to see what the Angel playthrough would bring out of it, but I might do that another time. But yeah, this is a really great game. You have unlocked the sitting tool in all previous chapters. You have unlocked the archives, which is bonus content. Okay. Options. Select chapter. Okay, so I can play through the chapters. Archives. Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and check the archives real fast and see how that... Welcome to the archives. Bendy and the Ink Machine began when the developer cartoonist known as the Meatley experimented with bringing a sketch 2D style to a 3D world. After turning the idea into a horror game, Chapter 1 of the game was created in a little under a week with programmer friend Mike Mood and released on February 10th in 2017. Much to their surprise, it struck a chord with the global indie games almost overnight. The Meatley and Mike Mood decided to drop all other projects to work on Bendy to tell a most unique ink story. The entire game was completed in a chapter at a time in a year and a half by a small but dedicated group of indie developers. Although the concept and the story remained as originally intended, the game changed over development as characters and models were refined from their early thrown-together versions. This archive is a peek behind the scenes at that process. That's cool. I like this. Henry Stein was an equal business partner of Joey Drew. Oh. Okay, so whenever the girl is saying, tell me, or what, may have been a guy, it might have been the younger version of the main character, but Joey must have been the uncle, and that kid was going through their past to see what was going on. Was a talented animator and a character designer until leaving the company around 1930. His place in Joey Drew Studios' history is somewhat undocumented, but he is often rumored to be the true creator behind many of the studio's most memorable characters. Danger, keep out. Concept Bendy. This is the first version of Bendy ever modeled in the earliest concepts. Bendy was much smaller and cuter, with a face that split open to reveal a terrifying mouth. Huh. Alpha Bendy. This is the original game used design of Ink Bendy from the earliest version of Chapter 1. It is jokingly referred to as bird poop with a smile among the development team. Beta Bendy. Okay. Well, have a good rest of your day, Paulton. This was Ink Bendy's form until release of Chapter 4. At the time, the game received a major visual upgrade, and the title character got a new model as well. Ink Bendy. Ink Bendy as we know him today, although similar to Beta Bendy. His upgraded version was remodeled, enhanced with a higher polygon count, and gave him new ink effects. Beast Bendy. Ink Bendy's horrifying final form in Chapter 5 pulled away the cartoon facade and revealed the demon within. Beta Searcher. Early development with just a few weeks to create a Chapter 2, the beta searchers were designed in record time before being fully retooled later on. They were the first fighting enemies encountered in the game. Huh. Final Searcher. The final searchers were more robust in appearance. They were smoother with better ink effects and a more human appearance. Beta Sammy. With his first appearance in Chapter 2, fan favorite Sammy Lawrence became a terrifying, entertaining character when his slim build was deemed not threatening enough. He was redesigned and given a better skeletal rig for more advanced animation. Final Sammy. Sammy Lawrence's final form came complete with a bulked up stature and more powerful limbs. The mad songwriter may finally get noticed now, at least by fans. Beta Boris. Papa was the original name of the character, but eventually became Boris the Wolf. The earlier version was released with Chapter 1. He was quickly refined into the Boris we all know today with the release of Chapter 2. Boris the Wolf. Boris the Wolf, a friend to the end, was designed using various references from cartoons in the 1920s. A blend of the West Coast and East Coast animation styles with silent and supportive wolf won over the hearts of many. Although at times he was a headache for the development team due to his AI taking a mind of its own during production. Brute Boris. Alice Angel's monstrosity. Brute Boris was one of the biggest surprises of Chapter 4. His design was roughly based on the Frankenstein monster, but with a more unfinished appearance. Alice took parts from within him and substituted things that his body is rapidly rejecting. I'm sorry, Boris. Original ink machine. Before a major visual upgrade, the version of the ink machine was the one used in the game, which most of the machine's iconic fan-loved design was translated into the final version. The head from the carousel. The Butcher Gang. The Piper, Stryker, and Fisher made up the dreaded Butcher Gang. Interestingly, the uncorrupted versions of the characters were designed first and then were reverse engineered back into their more family-friendly cartoon forms. Huh. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the Bendy and the Ink Machine adventure.